Sean Holly, right? He gets her, and she tells him, yo, bro, check this out, man. We can't beat this shit. Take a plea. Tory says, I ain't do it. And I think the evidence they have against me is weak. I'm not taking a plea. This is allegedly. She says, yo, you should probably just take the plea. He says, no, let's explore otherwise. Now she said, all right, fine. Let's see if we could go otherwise. They also have another attorney that's pretty much their consultant or pretty much the second lead. And Tory's like, yo, we could probably do the defense by saying, Shorty did it. She comes out and says, nah, I don't think that's going to work, bro. And actually, you know, and she's thinking about her reputation as well. Also, you got to think about she's a black woman. I'm not saying that matters, but, right. She gets dropped off the case. Now, supposedly what happened, right? So already, that's kind of a red flag. Your lawyer's trying to get you to take the plea. Usually how it works with lawyers, your lawyers will lay everything on the table, but as soon as you say, let's go to trial, they bunker down it's time to go to trial. They don't try to get you to take the plea. You know what I mean? They're not trying to like, nah, bro, you should take. But allegedly, maybe that's what happened. Okay, cool. So she eventually gets off the case, but then she drops a book, and this becomes interesting because the book that she drops, is it a book? Let me just make sure. Sean Holly book. Let's go here. Is it this? It's not. Is it Sean Holly? No, that's a nigga. What the fuck? Okay. All right. Okay, never mind. It was a who? She was a celebrity. We know she's a celebrity attorney. She became the co-executive producer of a Hulu television series called Reasonable Doubt. Now that's very interesting, chat. Okay. Let's look that up. Hulu Reasonable Doubt is loosely based on her experience. So, again, now I don't know the exact timing on this, but apparently, and we can look at the timing. The release was September 27th, 2022. So it dropped after Tory. It dropped after, it dropped after she left Tory's, I think we could, let's Google that. We just want to make sure dates are right here, right? Sean Holly withdraws Tory Lanez. When was that? Come on. Show me from ages ago. We could probably find it in the other shit. When did she quit? Here we go. Let's go back to this. Let's go to here. Or here. No, here. And here. Because this is a complaint. When did she quit? I was confused. We just want to know when she withdrew. Oh, it's the same year. Okay. The same year as a couple months before my trial. You see? Down here, the last line right here. 2022. Okay. So ironically, she's representing Tory, who's going up against ROC Nation's biggest asset. And obviously he's going up against the state, not going up against her personally, but she is the victim in the case. But that's ROC Nation's biggest asset. Now, we all know Alex Spiro, like right now, put it like this. If, I don't know, name somebody on ROC Nation. If me and somebody on ROC Nation got into it and Alex Spiro said he was down to defend me, I know I'm going to jail for life. You know why? Because his bread is buttered over the other side. He has no incentive to make sure that I beat his number one client. You know what I mean? Or client, interested in client that they have a client, right? So, but we knew that about Alex Spiro. But when we're talking about now, this is a case of Sean Holly. So you're telling me she quits being Tory's attorney and then a co-executive produces a drama or like some Hulu television series called Reasonable Doubt. Now, just a little bit of Google it. Jay-Z first album name. Well, that could be coincidence. I don't know. All right, let's just keep it going. All right, so she probably got nothing to do with Jay-Z, right? That's what I'm thinking, chat. Let's go to an episode guide. Let's go from one. First episode's called Can't Knock the Hustle. Let me just Google. Jay-Z Can't Knock. It's a Jay-Z song. All right. It's a little bit of a coincidence. Can't be too much. And I mean, shit happens in the world. I mean, come on. Can't knock the hustle, literally, right? Second one. Family Feud. I don't remember that song. Family Feud. Jay-Z and Beyonce got a song called Family Feud. What? Come on. Everybody talks about Family Feud. Now, come on. Come on, man. Nobody wins with a Family Feud. Come on. Let's go to song 3. 99 Problems. I don't gotta Google that one, but I'll do it anyway. Jay-Z 99. Wait, so you telling me my lawyer quit and dropped a TV series? My lawyer that's defended me against Jay-Z's company, ROC Nation's, like one of their biggest assets, Meg, quit defending me and drops a TV show and names the show after Jay-Z's infamous classic album, Reasonable Doubt. And every episode is named after a Jay-Z song? Yeah, Tory. Tory in jail right now swinging in the air, bro. Like, what? 99 problem. Guilty until proven innocent. We're just doing this for fun. Jay-Z got a song called Guilty Until Proven. So Ambitious. Nah, he don't got a song. I don't remember no song. He got a song called So Ambitious. Renegade. We all know that. Him and M. Nigga what? Nigga who? I gotta make the song cry? This is episode 8, people. I'm already home. Jay-Z. Nah, that gotta be only season 1. Let's get to season 2. By the way, chat. An episode dropped October 17th. So this shit's still going on this year. But let's get at it. Episode 1. Y'all know Can I Live, right? Jay-Z got a song called Episode 2? I know he got a song called Volume. Jay-Z Episode 2. He got a song called Episode 2. Jay-Z got a song called Episode 2? I don't know. Alright, maybe one ain't a Jay-Z song, right? Oh, then this is called Episode 3. Jay-Z don't got no damn song called Episode 3. What the fuck? I don't be knowing. Wait, is this? I don't know, dog. Anyway. After that, Prime Time, Guilty Until Proven Innocent, This Can't Be Life. Jay-Z, This Can't Be Life. Yo, Tory right now in prison saying, this can't be life. Not my attorney backdooring me. Getting backdoored by the attorney is diabolical. What? This can't be life. Venus versus Mars. Change the game, who you with, encore. Can I get an encore? Like, listen to these lyrics. It's like she's sending Tory a message, gang. Listen to the lyrics. Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Tory in prison like, no, I don't want no more years. Leave me alone. God damn. Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. So for one last time, I need y'all to roar. Who you know fresh in the hole? Riddle me that. The rest of y'all know I'm lyrically at. Can none of y'all mirror me back? Y'all hearing me rap? It's like Hair G rapping a prime. I'm like Young H.O. rap Grateful Dead. Back to take over the globe. Now break bread. Holy. So let me just do Tory's part. Then we'll go to her response. I'm gonna be fair. Tory's ripping his former attorney apart in a formal ethics complaint to the state bar. We actually have the ethics complaint, so let's just read that. It says October 26, 2024, it's submitted to the State Bar of California, as Daystar Peterson. It says, this is a formal ethics complaint. I'm making a formal complaint with the State Bar against my former attorney, Sean Hallie Chapman, State Bar, that's her number. Miss Holly was my former attorney in my criminal case, People versus Daystar, aka Tory Lanez, in the Los Angeles Superior County case, blah, blah, blah. My attorney, Sean Holly, violated her duties to me from the beginning of her representation to the time she abruptly withdrew, and in doing so breached her code of professional conduct, as well as California law. Her representation severely hampered my case and set me at a disadvantage, which directly led to my conviction. Miss Sean Holly. First breach of conduct was that she had a conflict of interest she failed to disclose to me before agreeing to represent me. Briefly on the background, a musician and artist that is known professionally as Tory Lanez. I was convicted in 2022 of assaulting another musician that is known by the name Meg The Stallion. I did not commit this crime or assault or harm Meg The Stallion. When I was first charged with this crime, I sought out Miss Holly to defend me. I was referred to Miss Holly by my entertainment attorney as an excellent criminal defense attorney with experience of representing high-profile and celebrity clients. After consulting with her, Miss Holly agreed to serve as my defense counsel. A dollar amount was agreed upon, and I signed her retainer agreement. Miss Holly failed to disclose to me what Miss Holly failed to disclose to me was that at the time she agreed to represent me and took payment from me is that she was directly involved in a business relationship with the same company that had a business relationship with the alleged victim in my case, Meg The Stallion. That company was ROC Nation, okay? At the time, Meg The Stallion was an artist signed and managed by ROC Nation. Actually, not signed. She was managed, 1501. I think now she might be signed, but she was managed definitely for show. At the time of our consultation, Miss Holly was one of the principal producers of a TV show titled Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt is a legal drama based loosely upon Miss Holly's life. In the credits of the show, she is listed as both the producer of the show and its legal counsel. The show first premiered in September of 2022, the same year, and just a couple of months before my trial. The owner and CEO of Roc Nation is a musician and artist known as Jay-Z. There are extensive ties between the Reasonable Doubt, the show, and Roc Nation and Jay-Z. The title of the show, Reasonable Doubt, is also the same name of Jay-Z's critically acclaimed debut breakout album, and the title of every episode bears the name of one of Jay-Z's biggest songs, which Jay-Z would have to clear the songs in order to be cleared. Damn, I guess the music was now involved. I didn't know the music played in the song. It has come to my attention that season 2 of the show now includes music by Roc Nation artist and my accuser, Meg The Stallion. Apparently, Miss Holly has a daughter that is a backup singer to Beyonce, Jay-Z's wife. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Yo, what? Yo, this is the back door from heaven. What? Listen to this, chat. So Jay-Z would have to clear the songs, right, for them to be in it. I don't know if the song's in it, but Tory's making that claim. It has come to my attention that season 2 of the show includes music by Roc Nation artist and my accuser, Meg The Stallion. Apparently, Miss Holly has a daughter that is a backup singer to Beyonce, Jay-Z's wife. I was completely unaware of the show. Miss Holly's involvement with the show or involvement with Roc Nation at the time of the consultation. And Miss Holly never informed me at any time of her connection to Roc Nation. That's a proper backdoor. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a proper backdoor. She never informed me at the time of her connection to Roc Nation. Ms. Holly had a legal and professional duty to disclose her relationship with Roc Nation to me prior to agreeing to represent me and taking my money from me, or at some point thereafter. This conflict of interest and consequent breach of loyalty was exacerbated, I'm fucking up on that word, by the fact the person that assisted the alleged victim after the incident with medical care, with police and authorities, and who spoke with and advised witnesses and or others involved in the incident with what to say to the authorities was a person named Desiree Perez, the CEO of Roc Nation Records. Ms. Perez apparently was even allowed to be present in the room with the police. What the fuck? Ms. Perez was apparently was even allowed to be present in the room with the police and the accuser when the accuser was being interviewed and gave other statements to the police. I have been since made aware Ms. Holly represented Ms. Perez and or Roc Nation / entities in private and non-profit associated, private or for non-profit associated with Roc Nation in legal matters prior to agreeing to represent me. I was not signed to or in business with Roc Nation at the time of the alleged incident. In effect, my counsel was in business with the same company that had a substantial investment with the person who was alleged I harmed her. I was unaware of these relationships at the time. I consulted with the attorney Holly, and she did not disclose to me then. Instead, she assured me she could and would represent me to the fullest, and based on that, I agreed to pay her between $200,000 and $300,000. The last payment that was made to her was during my trial on December 17, 2022. On the very next day, she quit. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. That is crazy. Now, here's the funny part. Tory didn't do some due diligence then. I'm being very fair here because I think the first episode came out in August. But this wasn't a popular show. You still should have known. Like, the show started. The show started to air before Tory got convicted, right? Because Tory got convicted. The trial started in December 18, 2022, right? Yeah, so you should have known, right? Or it was during the trial, actually. The second breach of conduct is a direct result of the first. And as a result of her conflict of interest, Holly did not represent me competently, or diligently, I can't speak, and worked against me. First, during our initial consultation and throughout the process, I told Holly I would not take a plea, that I was completely innocent, and would not accept a plea that would imply or make it seem guilty or of anything, which, by the way, that is very common of people are accused with some stuff. You see, the DA is incentivized. Hopefully they don't take the case as personal, right? They're just there doing a job. But for you, as if you're Tory, if you're like, I didn't shoot this woman, I'm not gonna take no plea that have me pleading guilty to something that implies I shot this woman. Fuck no, I'm not. No, I didn't shoot her, right? So that happens. For example, let's say sexual assault, right? Say they have sexual battery, sexual assault, then they have some other sexual charges. Imagine they're like, which I don't think the government would do this, but because it's such of a crazy charge. But let's say they said, well, actually they have done it. Let's say you plead guilty to a lesser sexual charge, but not one that's a first degree felony like sexual assault. Somebody might be like, no, I don't give a fuck. me pleading guilty to any sexual charge is gonna make me look like a fucking creep, like I did it. Hell no, right? So let's go to trial, right? So I get why Tory probably said, bro, I'm not doing that, dog. I'm not pleading guilty. And it probably was like, maybe they wanted him to plead guilty to discharging a firearm. What would be the implications of the fans, right? It doesn't say you shot nobody, but it says you shot. And there's a woman who's a big celebrity claiming, I got shot in this incident. So by putting 2 and 2 together, you take a plea that you shot a gun. Or not even say shoot the gun, let's go less, that you had a gun. Well, if the victim, who's a celebrity, is saying she got shot, and you plead guilty to having a gun, people are gonna put 2 and 2 together. That means you shot her, duh. Like, you know what I mean? So I get why you would say, no, fuck that, right? And obviously remember that there's ICE ramifications because of his immigration status too. Think about that. Okay, cool. During the process, okay. So I would not take a plea that was completely innocent. I would not accept a plea that would imply to make me seem guilty of anything. But later, Holly told my DNA expert to not perform, extensive studies on the gun so as to show I never touched it, because she was going to have me take a plea. Well, now here's the thing: the DNA expert has to. I'm wondering if that's going to happen. Now, I don't know if you know how court works. A lot of these lawyers and defense attorneys, they use the same witnesses. So if they do gun cases all the time, they probably have their gun expert that they use all the time. This would kind of assume that this DNA expert that Sean Holly was going to use, right? Sean Holly's DNA expert has to go against Sean Holly, and probably Sean Holly gets that person a lot of work. Tory's hoping to never ever get charged again, right? So it's not in the DNA's expert's best interest to back Tory's case, but if he did, or if she did, whoever that person is very important. Okay, cool. So Tory's claiming that Sean Holly told the DNA expert, don't do too much test on the gun because he gonna take a plea anyway. So he says, I was never gonna take a plea, and consequently, I had no evidence to produce at trial to oh shit, yeah, all right, this is a big one. If your lawyer tells the DNA expert, nah, you don't gotta test the gun, we're taking a plea, then y'all go to trial and you look embarrassed because the state comes back. Now, here's the thing. I think Sean Holly's gonna try to defend herself by saying this. We thought that when the state came back to us with their findings, that it was inconclusive. That was going to suffice as people interpreted it as, well, Tory's DNA is not on the gun. So we didn't bother spending the money to get our own DNA expert because it seems to be favorable what the state did, right? The state did some shit that favors us. We don't need our own expert because theirs basically kind of helped us out. Except there was an argument about this whole inconclusive thing, and I got to give credit to the DAs. The DAs then use that to say inconclusive means that we just don't know, but it could be there. Now, granted, if they should have had an expert to say the chances are so low, or to mean that we just can't come up with a conclusion. Now, granted, the most favorable thing would say you could exclude Tory, which apparently this is a post. They're saying that there's some tests and analysts that could analyze that to say based on Tory's height, his weight, his fucking, not that really that matters. Well, height does a bit. Based on the DNA there, you could exclude certain people from the population, and Tory would be one of those people, right? So it's a whole drama, okay. But he's basically saying that his lawyer forewent using their own expert. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right. She was having me take a plea. I was never going to take a plea. Consequently, I had no evidence to produce at trial to contradict the district attorney's assertion that it was inconclusive. Whether my DNA was on the gun, the absence of my DNA on the gun would have led to my acquittal, right? So basically, he's saying if there was an expert that, and by the way, Tory has an expert now who has analyzed this to say, nah, we could exclude Tory. They're saying if they had that then, that would have led to an acquittal. Okay. During the process, I was repeatedly accused of violating a protective order that was in place. The first time I was accused of rushing the stage at Meg The Stallion's show during the Rolling Loud concert. At the hearing, Holly did not argue or demand the district attorney to prove the incident occurred. Oh man, this is sticky. No such proof existed because it did not happen. Cameras were everywhere. No camera showed me rushing the stage. I was temporarily arrested and had to be bailed out. The second time I was accused of violating the protective order with a tweet that didn't mention anyone's name, and only after being told by Miss Holly the tweet didn't violate the order. Again, I was temporarily arrested and had to be bailed out. The third time involved the incident in Chicago where I was accused without any corroboration of violating the order. The judge in the case said he did not see any violation, but my counsel, Holly, said to the judge, house arrest would be okay. The backdoor, gang. Yeah, you can just put him on house arrest. It's all good. Yeah, it's fine. What you mean? What the? Yo, it do hit different when your lawyers are op. It do hit different when your lawyer is your op. Okay. Said house arrest would be okay. I had specifically told her when asked, no, I don't want house arrest. As a direct result of Holly failing to defend me at a previous bail hearing and for violation of the protective order, I was subsequently denied bail upon conviction, pending my appeal. The court said I had too many previous violations to grant me bail. Finally, and most egregiously, she withdrew as my lawyer during the course of my trial, leaving me to scramble to find new counsel and having new counsel hands tied by the work she had already done. Her initial reason for withdrawing was a statement from one of the witnesses that Holly was trying to bribe her and affect her testimony on my behalf. That was never true. It then became she had another trial starting during my trial in Washington, D.C. Any calendar conflict she had or was going to have, notwithstanding her business relationship with ROC Nation, she should have known been known long before my trial started, and she should have withdrawn then. Instead, she took my money, barely offered a defense on my behalf, and then abandoned me in the middle of my trial while fighting for my life. The real reason she withdrew from my case is because she was unable to steer me into taking a plea to negligent discharge. Okay, so this was going to be a plea. Negligent discharge by admitting I shot the gun. So, okay, that makes sense, right? So Tory doesn't want to plead guilty. This is in the age of, he's thinking, if they think I shoot this woman, my career's done anyway. I got to fight this to the very end. So it was going to be negligent discharge of a gun, which could be shooting in the air, right? That's the charge, shooting in the air. That would have fucked a lot of shit up. Cool. Because people would have heard this woman say she got shot. They would have put two and two together. You discharge a weapon, that means you shot her, even though it wouldn't be aggravated. It wouldn't be any type of assault. Anyway, so the plea was negligent discharge by admitting I shot the gun. I never did this. And it is in my firm belief she was attempting to have me agree to this plea at the direction of the people who she was in business with for her TV show, ROC Nation, who were in business with my accuser and had a substantial investment in her. My accuser had made numerous public appearances and statements accusing me of shooting her, and ROC Nation did not want her to be made out as a liar and a villain. To sum it up, Ms. Holly failed me as my lawyer for these points, and he's going to sum up these points that you just read. She failed to tell me up front about her extensive relationship with ROC Nation, as it was which was directly related to the person accusing me of harming her and possibly her daughter. Okay, basically saying her daughter had some relation to ROC Nation because allegedly her daughter is a backup singer for Beyonce. I don't know. She failed to tell me she previously worked with the CEO of ROC Nation Records, Desiree Perez, which is has a substantial investment in my accuser. She failed to tell me that she had done legal work on behalf of ROC Nation or entities associated with ROC Nation or principals of ROC Nation in some fashion. She also failed, seemingly on purpose, to competently and diligently, geez, I can't speak, represent me. She told my DNA expert not to conduct the studies which would have proved that I did not shoot the accuser. She failed to adequately defend me against allegation of violating the protective court order, and she told the court I agreed to house arrest when I did not. She withdrew from my case during the middle of my trial and did so for reasons that were not true. And in the end, I lost my case and was convicted of a crime I did not commit because of the actions of Sean Holly, which I believe was acting either explicitly or by implication at the behest or in the interest of ROC Nation. I want a return of the funds I paid ROC Nation and appropriate discipline to be imposed for her many breaches of professional conduct. Sincerely, Daystar Peterson. Wow. Okay. Interesting.